So we're headed to a project out here in Loxahatchee. The customer called over the weekend and said they had a couple actually alarming symptoms that I would, we wanted to go ahead and put it in the front of the line to get it checked out, because it was a little concerning what he had outlined. He said that there was some melted wires in his ceiling that were from a fixture, a halogen fixture, so those do get hot. That could be the issue. And then once the fixture gets hot, it kind of tracks back through the wire. Copper wire is just as good at transmitting heat as it is at transmitting electricity, so the heat can go track backwards through the wire and potentially melt it. It would be a little unusual, but that could be what caused it, or there could be some kind of a short that overheated the wire. But either way, we wanted to make sure we get out and take a quick peek at it to make sure that the property is safe. I mean, this is not a pre-existing customer. We've never been to the property before, but we treat everybody with the same level of care and concern as I would treat my house or my family. So we kind of rearranged the schedule a little bit to get out quicker, just because of the way that he had described the problem. And then, so there's two issues actually, and then so that's the one where the wire was melted in the one part of his house. And then the other problem is part of his office, from what I understand, is not, the circuit isn't, it's intermittently going on and off or something like that. I think he said that when he turns on his printer, the breaker trips. So that sounds to me like it's a standard kind of an arc fault issue. There could be a problem with the printer, or it could be like if you have feed go back through the wrong neutral on an arc fault circuit, it will sense that and trip the circuit. So it could be something like that, where wires got crossed at one point or another. So whatever the issue is, that's probably not as alarming as melted wires, but it's something we definitely would want to correct for the customer. And these are the types of projects I appreciate the most, is troubleshooting and solving these types of issues. So join us along the ride, and we'll get you in on the action so you can see from start to finish how we navigate and solve these types of issues. Hello, sir. How are you?
That's great.
Mr. Smith, am I right?
Yes.
All right, good to meet you.
Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, sir.
All right. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for coming to help us.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So it sounds like you got some interesting issues here, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let me grab a couple tools and we'll meet you inside.
Okay.
All right. Is it right inside here?
One's here
One
and one is in there.
Okay.
So the first wires on this side.
Okay.
That's where the arc fault
Take a
is.
peek at it already, or?
Yeah.
You must understand the touch of your hand.
I don't know where that came from, but I'll take it. Now that looks like it got hot. This is high temperature wire, this sleeve right here. And you see how this half is not as hot as this half. So I don't know if there's like a nick or anything. Same deal here. See? Look at how crispy that is. That's from getting real hot. So see, these are high temperature wires. Fluorescent fixture or either xenon or halogen fixtures will have this type of high temperature wire on it. So these guys got pretty warm. Let me grab anything I could strip that with. Might be a little tricky with this one. So the neutral got hotter. Yeah, that got hot. I'm gonna take a peek from above.
Something else you can find it.
I should be able to find it. Can you hold those for a second? Definitely burned pretty good over here. You see that right there on the beam? It's all just like kind of flaking apart, charred paper to the insulation.
So right now, he's taking off the staples just to see how bad it's heated up going back. And from right here, you can see, I mean, that it's typically white Romex. Right now, you can see kind of the discoloration from the heat. You can see how it was overheating, it just crumbles.
I think the staple or the fixture got too hot. Either the staple was too tight or the fixture got too hot, but it's pretty.
Yeah, well, someone cut the bond in the fucking panel.
Really?
They cut it out. Yeah, they
What?
didn't take the screws out.
The
That
bottom
bond's
one that bonds the two
Yeah.
neutral bars,
So
Yeah.
so some of these neutrals aren't even attached to the neutral.
but the panels got the
Well, at least this
screws.
one is.
Oh well, they made that side of ground and that
Yeah.
side of neutral because it's past first mean. So,
Yeah, no,
but
I just thought it was funny that they cut it.
But they still split. They still have the neutrals on the left-hand side.
Yeah, they do have neutrals there.
Yeah.
So that would have to be corrected.
Yep.
Show you a little bit more. See these staples here? It could have either been that or the fixture itself got so hot, and the copper is just as good of a conductor of heat as it is electricity.
Sure.
So it traveled back. I can't tell if these are tinned copper on this fixture or if they're actually burnt. But see, that could be tinned copper.
Yeah.
This is high temperature wire, so it may very well be tinned copper, and that discoloration is normal. But there is like a little bit of like a blue hue to it. So I mean, it could have started here. It probably did because this is all so hot, you know?
Yep.
But either way, where it made the 90 with the staple, that created a really localized hot spot in the wire. So I wouldn't trust that wiring anymore, so we should just replace the wires on either side, like the switch leg and probably that other fan.
Yep. Yeah.
The heat went between the insulation and on top of the drywall and burned the paper
It did.
to an area about that big.
Oh wow.
The paper's all charred and you touch it and it falls apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of show you. See how it's all like charred there?
Yep.
Oh, this. Can you? All right, thank you. Yeah, this wire's pretty badly overheated. It could have been right there, the problem. I don't see anything wrong anywhere else on this wire. So, this looks fine here. It's all perfect. I mean, the staples are a little bit snug. See, when you have staples like that, where it's kind of crushing the one underneath it, it's kind of like a shear against it. That's not ideal at all, and can cause this type of an issue. So we're just gonna remove this one. You probably should just rerun this whole line. Like that's really like that's probably like it's more than R30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you had that custom put in?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very well insulated. What do you know? What is the rating on that?
I don't
40
recall.
probably. I mean, it's like that
Yeah,
thick.
yeah.
Like an R40. You don't see that very often.
Yeah.
And then I would get an LED fixture to put in the.
Yep. I have one, but I don't know what you're going to do with the box up here. So I don't know if you guys want to put that up or if I need to patch this.
So what fixture did you want to use?
We'll grab it when we go in the house.
Okay.
We can go right up.
All right.
Here. We always had trouble from day one, which just seemed like it was drawing too much current.
Okay.
And it's been running okay for years. Then the computer started shutting down for no apparent reason. And I had a UPS on it. The UPS would shut down as well. And never could find out. So I replaced the outlet.
Okay.
And I replaced the artful, but still the same thing.
Okay, so there's no power in here at all right now.
Right now there's no